Hajime! 18 Major Foe here, Operation Akagi, turn 8, January 1940. Okay, I don't get it. We, we rolled a 5 and a 7. So, I don't know, 2 for 17, something like that. I don't even think it matters anymore. Text just not for Japan. We're just going to run around with cavalry the whole game. We're sat at 34. Soviets at 34 as well. They've took back some territory, knocked Germany back to 55. We've still got the bonus, the 2 bonuses for Java. America's punched up to 40, so that's starting to get a little scary. Italy's been on the move, collecting a few things off the Free French. So, yeah, thank you, Russia. You've made a major power out of the KMT, and there can be only one major foe, obviously. So, I believe I will attack China now. Silk, no worries. Anzac survives another day. Let me see if I can follow my notes here without wrecking this too much. We have the 2nd Fleet down here, and the 41st, which is here. So, 1, 2, 3. The destroyer in here. Come here. The destroyer will move up to P41 and take a Marine, drop him into Henan. Okay. All right. That is P41. I just got a whole bunch of notes here. Apologies, folks. P41. With that destroyer, in order to blockade this port, I'm not sure if it's combat or non-combat, but I'm just going to do it now just to make sure I don't frig it up and it is a non-combat move or a combat move. I don't know. So 2 light cruisers and 3 torpedo boat destroyers. Apologies. Will join that destroyer, and that should cut off that port. I only need 3, but see my dilemma. Okay, that's P41. Okay, into Hunan. We have the fighter 1, 2 out of Formosa. We have battleship and heavy cruiser providing a bombard. So the 2nd Fleet. So a battleship, oops, and a heavy cruiser will bombard into Hunan. Okay, and I should have 1, 2, 3, 4. Mess this up here. Um, apologies. We have a battleship and a heavy cruiser bombarding into there, and one transport for that fight will bring a marine and an infantry. So with the plus one move from the port, that's 1, 2, 3 into P32. Okay, into Nanking, we have the battleship and 3 heavy cruisers and the 3 transports, and they're going to bring 4 infantry and 2 marines. So the 41st will be in Nanking. Okay, and there's a fighter in Korea. We'll go 1, 2, and join that fight. I'll just put them here. Okay, so in Nanking, we have 3 heavy cruisers and a battleship with 2 marines, 4 infantry, and a fighter versus those 3 infantry. Fighter, 2 marines, 4 infantry, 3 infantry. Um, 3 heavy cruisers and a battleship. Once again, in the Hunan, there's a fighter, marine, infantry versus that infantry, and then there's shore bombardments versus the battleship and the heavy cruiser. Okay, into P14. Non-combat, the carriers will move up, but I'll get that in a bit. Into Shantung is the 6th Fleet, plus 1 movement, 1, 2, 3. So the battle cruiser, destroyer, and a transport. That sub stays. So I have 4 destroyers and 1 transport, 4 marines and 2 infantry. They're all moving up into here. So into Shantung is an infantry. So I take that one. No contest. Sorry for the speed, folks. A little bagged. I just traveled all day. Into Hopei is a marine and an infantry. So Hopei has the militia, the infantry, marine, and fighter out of Korea. Yep. 1, 2. This fighter came from Formosa. This fighter came from Korea. So we have the battle cruiser, shore bombarding, fighter, marine, infantry, and the militia in return. Going into Suyan, we have a motorized from Central Mongolia. We have an artillery from Central Mongolia, and we have 3 cavalry moving down from Buryata. Joining them from the eastern side is another cavalry, an infantry, a mountain brigade, and the other artillery. So we'll have the infantry and mountain brigade are boosted by the artilleries. The fighter from Cheetah, 1, 2. We'll go into that fight. The other fighter, I forgot that. That one goes to Beiping, 1, 2. This one from Cheetah goes 1, 2, 3. I mean, either way, it doesn't matter, I guess. Either one of these could have been there. And then 4 on the carrier, as those carriers will move up. So into Beiping will be these 3 Marines. And I'm missing 2 Marines from somewhere. Oh, you're there. 2 Marines from Kyushu will join that fleet in P14 and drop those 2 Marines into Beiping. So obviously the intent is this battle first, which will cut off Nanking, so that city will be surrounded. So this will be at 3. Then I'll do these 2 battles, which will cut off Beiping, and then that one will be rolled after the fact, because then those 3 infantry will be at 3. So I've got 5 Marines, 1 fighter against 3 infantry. at 3. Up here, we've got a motorized, 4 cavalry, boosted infantry, boosted mountain brigade, 2 first strike artillery, and the fighter versus 2 infantry, 2 militia, and a cavalry. Just some walk-ons. 97 will move to Angara, so that one will come off. Cavalry will move down to whatever the heck that country's called, and the infantry will move Kobodo, Cobdo, I guess, and Tanatuba will get this infantry. Okay, I think that's all those attacks up there. That's this one. These 2 infantry are non-combat. That infantry stay in put. Okay, tacticals are out of range. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. They can't do anything, so they're useless. Okay, let's roll it up. We'll start down here in Hunan. We have a battleship first strike at 4 and a heavy cruiser first strike at 2. Can we get lucky? Yes, we can. So that fight ends with the heavy cruiser providing first strike. We've got an infantry and a marine in Hunan. Okay. That will leave the Nanking surrounded, as we have the port surrounded on this side, a bunch of destroyers and a bunch of heavy cruisers, a battleship, 2 battleships, a bunch of heavy cruisers on this side, and those cats on this side. This guy would go here, and this one would go here if that needed to make a difference. But I don't think it does. I think you just have to have 3 ships out there. Okay. Pardon me. 41st, that's in Nanking. So we've got a battleship at 4 and 3 heavy cruisers at 2, providing first strike. Okay, that's not bad. I see 2. 2, that's a 9. So 2 infantry are dead off of first strikes. Okay. And then we've got 4 infantry at 2, 2 marines at 2, and a fighter at 6. Fighter at 6 is a hit. Infantry back at a 3. That's a 10. That's a miss. So Nanking falls to Japan. Okay. Up here in Hopei, we have the battle cruiser providing first strike at a 3. That's a 7. That misses. We have 2 at 2, the infantry and the marine, and 1 at 6 for the fighter. The fighter does hit. Militia back at a 2. Yep, of course he does. He hits. So the marine goes, and the militia goes. And Hopei falls. Okay. I don't know what that's doing there. Apologies. Okay, now we need this fight here, which is this one up here, right? We have 2 first strikes with the artillery at 2 in the mountains. That's a 3 and a 4, so those both miss. We have the motorized at a 1. It's a miss. We have 4 infantry. Correction. Yeah, these are all 2s. 4 cavalry and 1 infantry at 2. This is going to be deadly. We have the mountain brigade at a 3 and the fighter at a 6. All right, 1 hit. So he'll lose a militia. So he has 3 at 2. That's one hit for sure. And 2 at 4. Ugh, 2 hits. Figured this was going to be fun. We will lose 2 cavalry. Okay. They lose a militia. I lose 2 cavalry. Okay. And again. So these are all 2s. This is a 3. This is a 1. And that's a 6. Wow. One more hit. So another militia. Okay. In return, 2 2s in green, 2 4s in brown. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Okay. So they've got a cavalry and 2 infantry left. Let's see what happens. Oh, look at that. The motorized hits. The miss, 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 miss. And a hit. So 2 more hits. So an infantry and a cavalry go. And they have 2 4s and a 2 in return. Of course they do. So they get 2 more hits. So there's another cavalry and another cavalry. And I deleted their dice. So they have 1 infantry left. I lose the other 2 cavalry. Okay, so I have a motorized, I have 2 artillery, I have an infantry, a mountain brigade, and a fighter. This is insane. And nothing. And nothing. And 1, 2, is that a 7? Oh, yeah, of course. 3 hits in the last round. And then, yeah, of course. Okay, so I'll chuck that motorized in the trash. Chuck that. Okay, so this falls painfully for $1. Okay, so we've got an infantry, a mountain brigade, and 2 artillery surviving that horrible fight. Okay, I believe that is all of those combats. Now, what did I just delete? Something off of there. Apologies. There was something here. Maybe not. Oh, it was the marker that was deleted. Yeah, errors. Great. How far back did I go? Not too far. Okay. So, sorry for that, folks. 2 artillery, infantry, and a mountain brigade. Try not to delete that this time. Yeah. Okay. So now Beiping is surrounded. Let's hope this doesn't go as bad as that did. Hopei. You rolled that, right? Oh, yeah. Because he got the 1. Just forgot to delete the dice. Okay. All right. So those are at 3s. I've got 5 at 2 and 1 at 6. Be generous. Or not. Okay. And 3 at 3. Yep. 1 hit. All right. Yeah, that's going well. Okay. Round 3. Got 2 hits. Shocking. And they've got 1 hit. So I'll lose another. They'll lose 2. 1 infantry left. And I have 3 Marines left. Just roll it all together. That's the worst that can happen. I could lose more. Yeah, lose more. Okay. Fighter was useless. Marine hit, infantry hit. So that was a painful experience, as usual. And there we go. Beiping falls to 2 Marines. All right, now that we're out of that painful scenario, let's get on to non-combat movements. So the carriers are all here. In the second, there's space for 3. So 1, 2, 3 will be a tactical. 1, 2, 3, 4 into the 6th will be a tactical. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one will land in Formosa. In the second, this one from Hope, 1, 2, 3, 4 has to land on the carrier in the 6th. Correction, in the 6th. Okay. The other one came 1, 2. It'll go 3, 4 into Buriata. These 2 infantry will move down to Central Mongolia. The fighter that came from Korea, 1, 2, or vice versa, will go 3, 4 onto a carrier. The fighter in Nanking came from Korea, 1, 2, 3, 4, filling the other spot on the carrier. And then this fighter off of Formosa, 1, 2, 3, 4. So Formosa has a tactical and a fighter. The rest are all there. All right, Seaplane is going to move down to Formosa as well. And then a bunch of subs are going to move around. So this sub at I4, 1, 2. This sub will move down 1. This sub, 1, 2, 3. This one's going to move over. This one's going to move down. This one's going to go 1, 2. This one's going to go 1, 2. Okay, little sub defense force. And I think that's all the non-combat and combat movements I have. All the planes have landed. Got very little left. There you go, China. Enjoy your attacks. I think that's it. Okay, on to place units. Did I even go over the units? Probably not. So $38 is 3 medium armor, 3 militia, 2 marines, and 2 infantry. Because I believe I forgot that another turn as well. Okay, so 1 medium tank will go to Rihi. 2 medium tanks, an infantry, and a marine into Kyushu. 1 marine into Tokyo. And then we have a militia for Sumatra, Java, and Borneo. Okay, what does that do to the scoreboard over here? Let me just check the bonuses first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Missing Kwang Tung for the set, but we have bonus of 5 here. Okay, 3, 4, and 5. So we have 9 in bonuses, and we collect 45. So 45 plus 5 is 50, plus 4 is $54. So I spent all of my money. No way. God, that button's in the way. So sorry. let that reset. Cancel that. How far back did we go? Oh, those are there. Okay. So 45 plus 5 is 50, plus